when you're worried about the stock market is to check your risk tolerance. People often think their risk tolerance is higher than it is. They think, oh, I can be 80%, for example, in my stock investments because I can handle it if the market goes down. But sometimes the emotional turmoil of watching a portfolio be volatile when it doesn't really fit your personality can lead people to do the exact wrong thing at the wrong time. So you do want to check in on your risk tolerance. And again, go to your 401k provider, go to your brokerage firm if you have a taxable brokerage account or an IRA, and just retake their risk tolerance quiz and to see, okay, where am I really on my risk tolerance? Is my risk tolerance still what I think it is? And by risk, let's be clear, we all like risk on the upside, right? What I mean by risk is a risk of downside loss. And the other thing I want you to think about is to know the difference between risk and volatility. In portfolio management, risk is typically measured by standard deviation. Remember that from math class. So the more spread out daily prices are from the average price, either higher or lower, the higher the standard deviation of an investment. Now, if it were just a problem on our high school math test, it would be a lot easier to stomach the volatility, but it's your money, right? And so when most people think about risk, they're really only thinking about the downside risk, the risk that an investment will fall in value. Maybe they will actually realize a loss and they won't be able to meet their goals. But just know that risk and return are related, right? If it's volatile on the downside, an investment is also going to be volatile on the upside. And so we have a year like the S&P 500 was up with like 24% last year, right? It can also go down that much. Try putting a number on your risk tolerance. How much would you be willing to see your portfolio drop in the short run before you would run away and throw in the towel and run away? So let's say, for example, you were saving $50,000 to take a sabbatical in a couple of years, and maybe you'd be willing to see that portfolio value drop in the short run to say $45,000, but not any more than that. Or maybe you wouldn't be willing to see it drop below 50,000, for example. So those are good things to know, to check in on. So you make sure that the types of investments that you have chosen match your ability to tolerate risk in that particular account.